Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Daniel Berlant with the Fire Situation Report for today, Monday, October 12th, 2015, coming to you live from the CAL FIRE headquarters in Sacramento. Special welcome to those of you watching live this morning on Periscope. If you have questions, here's your opportunity. Make sure you let us know and we can answer those questions. Now, last week, temperatures were 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we would typically see this time of year. So these unseasonable temperatures did lead to 125 new wildfires across California. Now, fire crews were able to jump on those fires very quickly. Let's switch right over to our statewide interactive Google Fire Map. 8 active fires right now currently burning in California. Out of those 125 from last week, only 2 are still burning. Now, there are 6 fires, primarily up here in the northwestern portion of California, as well as the Rough Fire here in Mariposa County that is still burning. But the 2 new ones, will start first with the King Fire. That fire started on Friday evening, just 2 miles west of California Hot Springs, in Tulare County. So far, this fire has burned 36 acres. It is 95% contained. So you can see right here, this is the King Fire. It soon will be contained. The other fire that started this past week was the Military Fire. It started on Saturday on the north side of Mount Shasta. And as I zoom out here, we'll zoom over to the Military Fire. It's burning on the Shasta Trinity National Forest. The Military Fire started just early Saturday. 53 acres have burned, 35% contained. Again, the U.S. Forest Service battling that fire. The other fire, though, to note, the Valley Fire. That's a fire we've reported on for about a month now. In fact, 1 month ago today, the Valley Fire ignited in Lake County, quickly burning 76,067 acres, mainly in Lake County, but also parts of Sonoma as well as Napa. The Lake Fire is fully contained as of midweek last week. So that fire 100% contained. There are still crews, though, that are making sure hotspots are put out and also making sure that the fire is prepared for the winter season. In fact, on not only the Valley Fire, but many of the other large and destructive fires that have occurred this year, crews go in making sure that we take steps to prepare that area for the rainy season. So on a fire like the Valley Fire that burns just so intense and so hot, oftentimes the soil just completely bakes, just like a brick. So the water's not able to permeate down into the ground like it naturally would. That means the water runs off and creates potential flooding, debris flows, and mudslides. So what our crews go in and do is make sure we clean out waterways, clear out any brush or trees that may have fallen so that that water can run down into the creeks, into the streams, into the riverbeds. We also will take efforts to make sure that those areas that were really burned the most intense, that they have a way that the water is diverted into those streams and into those creeks. So that work is still going on in the Middletown area, throughout the Lake Fire area, the Valley Fire area, as well as the Butte Fire, many of the other fires that also this summer have burned so intensely. So once again, for those of you just joining us, there are 8 active fires burning in California, 2 new ones from this weekend. Both those fires, the Military Fire up near Mount Shasta, as well as the King Fire down here in Tulare, both will probably be contained within the next day or so, if not by today. Again, the other fires, the Rough Fire still burning on the Sierra National Forest, as well as 5 fires up on the 6 Rivers and the Shasta Trinity National Forest. The U.S. Forest Service still working to contain those remaining 6. But still a very busy week, as I mentioned, 125 new wildfires already in this past week. So what can we expect for this week's weather? Hot and drying conditions continue in Northern California. In fact, we're going to continue to see unseasonably hot weather here in the early part of the week. Even some of the valley areas are going to see temperatures as high as in the mid 90s by later in the week. Now, we could see a cooling trend for the second half of the week, later into the week. But for now, though, we are still seeing warmer temperatures. We're watching closely as we could see some actual rain in parts of Northern California. That yet has not been determined. However, in Southern California, already this week, we are seeing a cooling trend. This is a nice relief, as many areas last week were in the triple digits. So a little bit cooler temperatures in Southern California, definitely a welcome sight. Possible thunderstorms later in the week as we get that instability in the weather as we kind of shift weather patterns here, we could see some thunderstorms. Obviously, with the dry conditions we have across much of Southern California, lightning is not something that we are looking forward to. So, with the drought conditions combined with the unseasonably warm October weather, the risk for wildfires still remains higher than it would normally be. Now, since January 1st, we have responded to 7,650 wildfires, burning over 823,000 acres. So a significant amount of fires, a lot of acreage burned, but the season is not over just yet. It is very important that you remember that wildfire is coming. Are you set? What does that mean? We want to make sure you give your household the best chance to surviving a wildfire. Being ready to go and evacuating early is the key, especially in these late season wildfires. A lot of times they're fanned by gusty winds. In fact, over the weekend on Saturday, we had gusty winds throughout many parts of Northern California, even leading to a red flag warning in Modoc County. So we saw high fire risk in the northeastern portion of California. So making sure you go through your pre-evacuation preparedness steps, knowing what you're going to take, where you're going to take it, all those good things are important. All of this is going to increase your ability to quickly get out of your home as soon as possible. Now, if a fire is right on your doorsteps, unfortunately, sometimes all you can do is get yourself out. But if you have the time, that's where having that pre-evacuation plan in place so you can take the right items that you need is critical. So start with creating a wildfire action plan. And you can get all this stuff on our website, this is at readyforwildfire.org. Readyforwildfire.org takes you right to this page. You can see what are some items you should be doing around your home. And then right down here, act immediately when wildfire strikes. Just click on that link, and that's going to take you to our Go Evacuation Guide. That's where you're going to be able to actually download an evacuation plan. Get that checklist of what are those items you should be thinking about, what you should be doing now. Because trust me, when a wildfire strikes in your area, you're probably not going to have time to start thinking about these things. So being prepared, knowing what you're going to take, having those important documents, what you're going to do for your pets, your neighbors, the important documents, all that stuff can be found here on this website. Once again, that's readyforwildfire.org. We have the Ready, Set, Go program all right here. You can also get some good information about how to prevent fires, especially in these high-risk fire days. So make sure you check out that website and make sure that you are set for when a wildfire does strike in your area. Once again, for more information on that, you can visit that website, readyforwildfire.org. That's the latest on the fires here in California and the fire weather for this week. I'm Daniel Brouillante. Have a fire-safe week.